Oh, hi. Uh, Wait, it's Sunday already? I'm not wearing a watch, but I'm not wearing a watch that has the date, like the actual day, but pretend I am. I have a watch actually that actually does say the time and the day, but I did not put it on for this joke. But just pretend I am. Huh, it is. I don't know why it took me so long to look at it. But yeah, Scooby Doo and. Okay, wait, what movie am I reviewing again? Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School? Okay. Thank you, UAK, for reminding me because I forgot I was about to review Scooby Doo Meets the Boo Brothers again. Uh, so, yes, I have an assistant, UAK. He doesn't talk much, and he is camera shy, so he's just right here. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This movie, just like Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, which I will review next week, is not a mystery solving movie. It's not the traditional Scooby Doo solving mystery. I know Scooby Doo is technically in the title, but it's not. These two, this movie and the next movie are not mystery solving movies. Just like Scooby Doo and the Arabian Nights and Scooby Doo Goes to Hollywood, they are not. These four movies I just mentioned are not mystery solving. I mean, yes, I know Scooby Doo is in the title, so you would expected it, but they're not. Sadly, they are not. um, and as of And if you think the last movie, had the trend starting of like having Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy solving mysteries and trying to solve like a mystery or whatever, these two movies, semi not. I mean, you can ask a diehard Scooby Doo fan, and even they would say, "Oh, Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School and Scooby Doo and the Electric Werewolf, they have no mystery solvings in it." I mean, I know this movie kind of did when they were trying to find out who took the girls from Miss Grinwood's finishing school for girls, and they were trying to solve that mystery. But before then and a little bit afterwards, it was not. Mainly the first part of the movie, it wasn't. Um, I mean, yeah, there was like suspense, and there was like the villain of the movie, but no, and there was like no unmasking. There was no traps. Don't get me wrong. These this trilogy is good. It's a good trilogy for what they are. It looks like I'm off centered. There we go. I just noticed. But yeah, if you ask like a dial, by the time you see this, I've already asked Ashton Hardy what he thinks about this trilogy. So well, as of recording this, I haven't. But by the time you see this, I already did. So uh oh boy. Um, but yeah, it's and as far as the next movie, which I'll get into next week, yeah, man, yeah, I'm sorry, it just doesn't have the whole mystery or solving mystery type of deal. And there was a moment in this movie, where Shaggy and Scrappy and Scooby split up to find like something to eat because they're hungry, and the food over there at Grimwood's finishing school for girls or whatever it was called, um, had like rotting food or whatever it was, because ripe food, like food that's actually good, is I guess what they call bad. Although they have like normal, although later on they have like normal looking pumpkins. So, and I'm surprised Shaggy and Scooby didn't even eat the pumpkins themselves. I'm surprised. um, oh man, yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, these movies are good. They're good for what they are. If they like, yeah, I love these. Nah, I mean, love is a strong word. I do enjoy these movies. I don't enjoy them as much as I enjoy the live action movies and the later animated Scooby Doo movies, but I still enjoy these movies regardless. But I think what this movie and the other movie I'm reviewing next week lacks is mystery solving. I mean, well, technically, this movie really did not, if you count Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy and Matches. I think that's a little dragon's name. You can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. The little dragon dude. who looks like a miscellaneous Dragon Tales character, like before Dragon Tales was a thing. Um, they went to go save the girls from Revolta, I think that's her name, the four-armed spider witch lady. I don't know. Um, there was that part of the mystery, but there was no traps. There was no unmasking. And I think this is part of the Scooby Doo era where I think from 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo all the way up until Cyber Chase, where the monsters were actually realistic. Well, actually, all the way up until or if you count the 2002 live action Scooby Doo movie, where the Spooky Island monsters were actually were actually legit. So if you count from up to then, so um, but other than that, like I don't know what else to say. Like I don't know. I'm sorry. I like. Don't get me wrong. These movies are good for what they are. These three movies are good for what they are. I'm just I'm just confused of why. I mean, you could have just okay. You could have erased, um, or this movie would have been perfect. Like if they wanted like a good, if this movie would have been like I guess like a good Scooby Doo movie. Grimwood, like I forgot what because there was these like actual monster, I don't female monster students. They're like the daughters of the actual monsters. I forgot their names. One of them was like a mummy, a ghost, a werewolf. Uh, I was gonna ask if there was a monkey in there at some point. I don't know. Um, I'm just going off based of what I how, because I've seen the movie enough times. Yeah, there was like a ghost daughter, a mummy daughter, a Frankenstein. I think there was like five of them. One one of them was a ghost daughter, a daughter of a ghost. Phantasma, I think that's her name. A werewolf daughter or werewolf's daughter. Um, a Elsa Frankenstein, I think that's her name. Funny enough, her name is Elsa. Literally years before Frozen came out. Coincidentally, I don't know if that was a coincidence. I don't know if it's a coincidence that the people who made the movie Frozen saw this movie and saw Elsa Frankenstein and said, "Hey, let's name our character Elsa after this." I don't know if it's a coincidence. I don't know, or maybe Elsa is a common name and I just don't know. um, I think another one was like a vampire. Uh, yeah, I think there was five. I can only remember four of them. Can someone let me know if there were actually five of them? And can someone tell me the names and let me know because I don't remember. I haven't seen the movie in so long. I'm just doing this review as a last minute thing. So yeah. Can someone let me in the comments? Can someone let me know if there was actually four of the students or five? And can someone let me know what their names are also in the comments? Cause yeah, I'm trying to go off of memory because I only named four of them. I don't know if there's five. I don't know if there's only four, and I'm just somehow misremembering. And that there was five. I don't really. Yeah, again, I'm doing this review as a last minute, so please. Yeah, I should have watched the movie beforehand, but yeah, wasn't there like five? I think there was like yeah, a mummy, a vampire, a werewolf, a ghost, and I think Frankenstein monster's daughter. I think. Let me know if there is five of them, or like five of these girls I mentioned, and what their names are in this movie because I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Um, and it would have been, if this would have been like a good, like a mystery, like a Scooby Doo mystery movie. These five said, for argument's sake, let's just say there are five. These five students got kidnapped by Revolta, and then Miss Grimwood called up Shaggy and say, "Hey, I got these five students that are missing. Can you please come by and help?" And trying to see if this kidnapper left any clues or whatever, and then you can go and if they wouldn't with you know I'm not gonna lie to you, the plot of without don't know if I should spoil it too much, but the plot of Shaggy being a gym teacher is really interesting. To be honest, this movie would have been perfect if Fred was the gym teacher and he called up Shaggy and said, "Hey, I need help, man." Now that would have made a little more sense, seeing how Fred is like the, I guess like the sporty one or the athlete or the athletic one in the group. Sport, or he was like the sporty dude. The dude that always like played sports. It would have made a little more sense, but seeing how Shaggy is like the scrawny one of the group, so I don't know. That would have made more sense. But this was, remember, this is a time when Fred, Daphne, and Velma were like somewhere else. So yeah. And the plot, it would have made more sense if these five Grimwood girls, they would have got kidnapped by Revolta, and Miss Grimwood would have called Shaggy and say, "Hey, I need help. Can you come by and help me?" So that would have made, that plot would have been better. I think that's how. Trying to stay with me on this. I think they tried to do that originally, but they did some last minute changes because I guess they didn't want to like bore anybody with that plot, so they just stick with having Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy being like the gym coaches or whatever, trying to get the girls in shape for a volleyball tournament against the Callaway Cadets. I think that's what they were. These military. I've been watching Victorious too much. Military guy boys or whatever, and their captain, and and then eventually Revolta kidnaps them, making Shaggy and Scooby and Scrappy saving them, and then eventually Matches saves them. The whole plot would have been, yeah, I felt like the plot in this was kind of like backwards in a way. They should have like started out with Revolta kidnapping the girls, and then having, Miss Grimwood call Shaggy and tell him, "Hey, I need help. Someone kidnapped the girl, kidnapped my students. I need your help." And then, and then, and then, Miss Grimwood would have been like, "I need you to save them in time for this volleyball game that we have within the next few days. Can you please rescue them in time?" And then they go off, training the girls for do like a last minute like a training montage for the girls volleyball tournament against the Callaway Cadets. I don't know if I'm saying, I don't know if that's what they're all called. I don't remember. Please let me know in the comments. And then have the parents of these girls thanking Shaggy and Scooby and Scrappy, and then end off with a celebration. Yeah, I feel like the first two, or like the first act and the third act, they kind of got. I feel like all like the first act, the second act, and the third act kind of got backwards. I feel like the third act should have been like about right here, and then the first act would have, I guess, kind of be right here, and then the second act stays in the middle, where the third act and the first act switch, and then have the party at the end. That's what I would have done if I was in charge of making that movie. I think that's what they did originally, but let me know in the comments if I'm going crazy or I'm just wrong in this. And let me know if I'm not the only one who thinks they should have done that. Instead of, this whole other way around, I'm pretty sure they had... I'm sorry. I'm going off this long tangent, but... but yeah, I guess, it's not like a mystery movie. It's kind of like a rescue. This whole movie is like a rescue mission, pretty much. And it's like setting it up. They need like the main plot of like having Shag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just, the more I talk about this movie, the more confused I get plot wise, because I don't know. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong in this, and I think I might be the only one who's wrong in this. I don't know. Oh my god, I can't wait for next week's review. Oh god. But anyway, let me know what you think of this movie. Do you like it? Yeah.